Okay, let's unpack this. Today, we're doing a deep dive into the technical DNA of a pretty serious production tool,
Yeah, we are.
the PureLink VIP-CAM-30-20X Pro PTZ camera. We've got the full spec sheet here, from sensor size all the way to streaming protocols.
And our mission really is to stop reading this like a manual and figure out why this 1080p camera is such a standard, for live broadcast, high-end conferencing, even security.
Well, looking for that so what factor.
Exactly. It's got the 20x optical zoom and those triple outputs, HDMI, USB 2.0, and LAN.
And just for context, you're looking at a price point of $12.18 and $99, though there's a 5% off discount code available. So let's start with the visual foundation, the image itself.
The heart of it.
It's using a 12.8-inch Exmor CMOS sensor, which is, a great start. But the real headline for me is the speed. It captures motion up to 1080p at 60 frames per second. That's so fluid. It's essential if you're capturing anything that moves, not just a static talking head.
It is. But here's where it gets really interesting for me, the reach. You have that powerful 20x optical zoom.
Right.
And then it layers an 8x digital zoom on top of that. So you're talking about a massive 160x total zoom.
That's insane. So in practical terms, you could go from a wide shot of a whole stage
To the tiny logo on a speaker's water bottle without moving the camera an inch.
and yet it can still focus on something just 10 millimeters away. That kind of versatility is pretty rare.
It is. And that's reflected in the field of view too, right? It goes from a super wide 72.5 degrees all the way down to a tight 2.9 degrees.
And you don't need a crazy bright studio either. It only needs 0.5 lux of light to operate.
So the sensor gives us the clarity, but now we need control.
Exactly. We've covered the image. The next challenge is getting that perfect shot and getting it fast. Which brings us to PTZ pan, tilt, and zoom.
The movement.
The movement range is just huge. The pan is 170 degrees left and right. The tilt goes from minus 30 degrees all the way to plus 90, so it can look almost straight up.
And for a broadcast director, it's the speed that's non-negotiable. The pan speed can hit 120 degrees per second. You can track someone walking quickly across the stage, and there's no noticeable lag.
And you can program that precision.
That's the key. 256 programmable presets, so the camera can snap instantly to a specific spot. The podium, the CEO's chair, the whiteboard, one button press.
And it does all this using industry-standard control protocols. We're talking Visca and Pelco.
Yeah, Pelco PND.
So if a company already has a big control panel, this camera just plugs right into their existing
Workflow.
Yeah.
It just works. And it even supports daisy chain, which is a huge deal for multi-camera setups. It simplifies the cabling so much.
Okay, so let's talk connectivity. The physical ports tell a story. You've got your HDMI, your RJ45 Ethernet, and a USB 2.0 port. Question for you, is that USB 2.0 port still, relevant today, or is that more for legacy setups?
It's a great question. And yes, it absolutely is. While HDMI gives you that perfect zero latency local feed, the USB is critical for desktop apps. Think Zoom or Teams when you need a direct camera feed that isn't going over the network.
Ah, I see.
But the real heart of modern integration is that LAN port, that RJ45.
That's where the flexibility really comes in.
Absolutely. It supports the holy trinity of live streaming, RTSP, RTMP, and ONVIF.
So you can stream to the web, you can integrate into broadcast servers.
And ONVIF is vital for security. It means the camera can join basically any professional video management system. It allows for dual stream operation, so you can have up to 10 people watching or managing the feed at once.
And installation is easier because of PoE, right? Power over Ethernet.
Yeah, 802.3 AF. It simplifies things so much you run one single cable for both your data and your power. It's a game changer.
So let's wrap this up. How does it deliver all this without crushing the network?
Well, that's the final piece. Use really efficient compression. H.265 and H.264 for video, and AAC for audio. It's all designed to keep the bandwidth use low, which is critical when you're streaming 60 frames a second.
So here's a final thought for you to mull over. We know this camera has a specific operating temperature range from 32 up to 104 degrees Fahrenheit.
Right. It's not designed for extreme environments.
Exactly. So what kind of environmental planning do professional setups need to consider, especially when they're installing this kind of technical equipment in, say, temporary event tents or maybe secure equipment rooms that don't have perfect climate control? That's something to think about until our next deep dive.